Thanks for sticking with us here on WTOL 11 News at 5:30 on this alert day. I'm Melissa Andrews.
And I'm Jeff Smith. We appreciate you spending some time with us. I think that last photo we showed with the hands on the steering wheel, kind of white knuckling it today. That's what a lot of drivers out there are doing. We'll get to those roadways here in just a second. Of course, keeping you up to speed when it comes to this alert day.
Yeah, we've got team coverage tonight. Let's get right to Chief Meteorologist Chris Vickers. Chris, where is the snow right now? What's happening and what's going to happen in the next few hours?
Snow worst west of Toledo and across southern Michigan. That heavy burst of snow that we have had over the past couple of hours has resulted in very slippery, slushy conditions now beginning to turn to rain Toledo and south. Now we're going to have strong winds that will begin to pick up tonight and into tomorrow, and those could be in excess of 55 to 60 miles per hour and may result in some blowing snow as we go through the day tomorrow. Making that transition, rain more likely south, and it is lifting to the north. Still snowing across southern and central parts of the viewing area. If we look over toward Perrysburg, over Monclova Township, back over to Swanton, it's about a 50-50 mix right now of rain and snow that is occurring. Indications warmer air beginning to edge in, and we'll give you a few views at the road level. I-475 Airport Highway. Wet roads are mainly going to be the concern right now, as a lot of the road crews have been out there the past couple of hours. It was really sloppy and slushy just a few hours ago. Here's a good view, though, towards Central Avenue. And look at this. That's the bridge deck, and you could see some of the slop on the road. So it's still going to have some icy and slippery conditions. But the warming trend will be occurring, and we're already reaching toward 40 down toward Findlay, where it is raining, and I expect the wind's going to be the next story. This strong area of low pressure is whipping into the area, and it's going to continue to strengthen as you sleep tonight, and winds will howl. They're going to top 55 to 60 miles per hour. Wind damage and potential power outages. I at least want you prepared for that, as the max wind gusts will occur toward daybreak and through mid to late morning tomorrow. Those high winds will continue to blow some snow around as well, creating some poor travel. Tonight, rain, snow showers. It is going to turn colder, very windy, drop it back into the lower 20s, and those winds tonight will be quite gusty. Here's those max wind gusts that may reach toward 60 miles per hour, especially along and east of I-75. We're going to talk more about your Saturday forecast, hour-by-hour breakdown of that, coming up in just a bit. Jeff, back over to you.
All right, Chris, thanks. We're going to get a check of those roadways. Chris, I don't know what it is tonight, but the Toledo drivers doing a really good job. In fact, we don't have any trouble spots to tell you about to the north, the east, the west of town. Problem areas are in the south of the loop right here, the belt system, 475-75. In fact, we've got a crash on 795 right now. There's another crash, I-75 northbound, right before you get to the split right there at Fremont Pike. And then there's an additional crash just before you get to the split that'll go off into Perrysburg right there by the mosque. That also in the northbound lane tonight. Other areas of note, way out here on Route 24, there is also another crash out there that you want to keep mindful of. Speaking of the roads, we want to check in with Tatiana Cash. She's out in our WTOL 11 Defender, keeping an eye on things, so we'll check in with her right now, hopefully.
Hey, Jeff, now when it comes to these roadways, now Chief Meteorologist Chris Vickers said it is slick, slippery, those slushy roadways, and unfortunately it is causing some drivers. We are still here on Highway 125, also known as South Dixie Highway. It's just, if you're looking at a map, just east of Telegraph Road. It's just another major highway. We did see not too long ago, unfortunately, a car had slid into a ditch. Hopefully, folks are okay. But of course, we're reminding you, of course, to reduce your speeds, increase your space between you and other drivers, because things like this can happen. We are in our Defender vehicle. It's a Jeep. Hopefully, it doesn't hydroplane too much. Of course, photojournalist Cheyenne Katsura is doing her best to reduce those speeds so that way she's able to safely continue to get us back into Toledo and into Ohio. But what we can tell you is the roadways, without question, are wet. It is something that you definitely want to give yourself extra time. I'd say easily an extra 10 to 15 minutes, because speeds are easily reduced by 10 to 15 miles per hour, as they should be. You just want to be safe and give yourself that extra time, extra space, and extra distance between you and your fellow drivers. And of course, my suggestion, you don't have to be outside, don't. Here live in Defender, Tatiana Cash, WTOL 11.
Let's check in with ODOT right now to see what they're doing to keep the roads safe. Kelsey Hoagland with ODOT joins us tonight, and I was just checking in on your OGO map there on your website. Jeff mentioned some of the crashes in the area. If people are wondering, hey, I'm supposed to take the highway tonight, I need to go see this basketball game or run this errand, what would you suggest to them tonight, Kelsey?
Yes, well, so thanks for having me tonight. We are seeing a lot of those conditions that Tatiana and Chris both just mentioned. The roadway is definitely very wet. We are seeing pretty good clearance on the interstate system itself, but a lot of those back roads are still catching up with a lot of that slush that we have on the road. As Chris said, the temperatures are looking to go up here in the next couple of hours. So you're going to see a lot of that melting, but then they're going to drop right back down. So we're going to see a lot of refreeze. So our crews are planning to stay on tonight and continue until all of that ice is melted, which may take a couple of days. We have a lot of cold temperatures coming up as well.
I know people are worried when that temperature change happens, what that's going to mean for black ice. We also are going to be talking about high winds, maybe blowing around some of that snow, which can be dangerous too.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, these winds are going to be coming in. We have to also remember we just had a really wet snow that's just passed through that we're kind of wrapping up right this minute. The trees are really going to be something to keep an eye on as well with these wind gusts. We've had a lot of Actually, we've had a couple of tree limbs fall out on State Route 295, kind of in western Lucas County, that have blocked the roadway. So unfortunately, that's something that we should also be anticipating as a possibility tonight. And then with that wind, like you said, that gusting snow that could be possible, that blowing snow tomorrow continuing through the weekend. Yeah,
not really your territory here, but as you bring it up, those trees, we do have some power outages right now, about 1,200 in Sandusky, about 400 in Lucas County alone. Back to the roads, though, Kelsey, how many crews do you have out there right now, and what exactly are they doing? Because we've got snow, we've got rain, and we've got wind.
Yeah, so crews are out. We have about 100 crews here in the District 2 area, which is the 8 most northwestern counties in Ohio. So about 100 trucks that are out on the roadway, and they do have blades on the ground. This wet, dense snow is something that we can use the plow blades effectively to remove it. And they're also applying rock salt. So you'll see both of those coming from our crews that are out on the roadway.
Kelsey, thanks so much to you and your crews. And of course, don't crowd the plows. Let them do their job. Appreciate your time.
Thanks so much. Thank you.
Well, there's a ban on tall vehicles on the Turnpike for tomorrow. The Ohio Turnpike made that announcement today due to the high wind threat for tomorrow. The ban is in effect from midnight until 6 p.m. Saturday along the entire 241-mile toll road. As our weather team has said, wind gusts could get up to 60 miles per hour during this period.
Well, right now we want to get a look at the snow emergencies and how they are kind of playing out this afternoon. So far, 4 counties have declared level 1 snow emergencies. Lucas, Wood, Sandusky, and Huron County. You see there on the board. Williams County out there to the west where Chris and John have been talking about it. That area of the viewing area was going to get more snow, and the wind, when it does come, they're going to know about it first off. So right now they are at a level 2. That means don't drive unless absolutely necessary. Lucas, Wood, Sandusky, and Huron once again under a level 1. And you can get the latest weather updates right in the palm of your hand. All you have to do is download, if you haven't done it already, the WTOL 11 weather.